Brazilian bum bum cream.
Okay, girl. Work it. Work it, work it. We're going for fancy ass cocktails. Avatar in a spectacular new hat. Glorious, darling. Glorious. Are you going to have a little actual beverage?
No, darling.
Alcoholic?
No, darling.
No?
No.
Not even the one? This is for free.
No.
We've got a complimentary little treat today. I'm very excited. Let's go, let's go.
One more.
Love it. Yumma!
Today
Okay,
I'm
go on.
wearing my Brazilian bum bum cream spray. It's like it's not a perfume, but it like comes in the pack like a spray. I'll show you it.
It's literally called
Packed in there.
Brazilian Bum Bum.
Well, I mean, it doesn't, but it makes your skin dead smooth and it smells amazing.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah,
I would
and
like
the
some.
spray is really nice.
I'm down for
So-
it. My hands look like old ladies, so give me that. Give me some of that Brazilian Bum Bum cream.
Brazilian bum bum cream. I sent it to my friend Katie for Christmas.
Oh my God.
And she was like, oh my God, I was laughing because she didn't know the brand either. But like, I've used it for years, and Jen, my friend, uses it as well. And she was
never
like,
heard of
Brazilian
it.
bum bum cream.
Cocktail time. Okay, so what we got? We got a little Cosmo over here. For Sarah. We got a little for Avatar. It's really weird calling her Sarah. I got a Manhattan. What you got, Jen? Is it Peter Pan? I think it was Peter Pan, was it?
no.
Oh no, what was
Some
it?
English.
Oh, English Garden.
Something, yeah, possibly.
English Garden, Lady Garden.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Garden, you got your lovely little butt cream.
Bum bum cream.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. And when I'm out,
Bam! Yo, how's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Alice Hollywood. I'm a UK solo artist living in London, and I am chasing and hustling like a freaking mega diva. I don't know. I've got my trusty cup of coffee right here from the lovely, this is actually from Pret today. But yeah, it's in my little merch mug. Be kind, be fearless, be you. So today, guys, I am set here ready to make this big announcement, and I'm quite scared. I've been quite scared. You know what? No, I'm getting more pumped as the days get closer. Today, in reality, I'm actually shooting this. It's Tuesday. You're watching this on Friday. So happy Friday. Hope you're having a great start to the weekend. And yeah, before we make that announcement, I just thought I'd run you through a little. I just thought we'd have a little catch up. Yeah, little chit chat, coffee catch up. So 2024. Don't know how it was for you, but definitely the roughest year I've had to date. The last 2.5 years have been, to be honest. But I'm not going to go into that. Not going to go into any of that. But the only reason I mentioned that much of it is just to inspire, hopefully inspire at least one person out there. Because even though it was the freaking hardest time of my life, I still managed to create like other positive things in my life. And yeah, so I just thought I'd run through them. So yeah, the message is basically, no matter as hard as it gets, you can still find ways to be positive and keep taking steps forward in your life. And yeah, so last February, so where are we now? Coming up to like February, so almost a year ago, I actually joined this company called A Youngish Perspective, and that is an online paper where I review theatre shows. And so yeah, I became a published writer in 2024. I know. And I just brought a couple of these out with me. I got a few props down here, guys. So yeah, I basically kept a program from every single one of them that I did last year. So yeah, I guess technically I'm a theatre critic. I'm not gonna say journalist because no. Anyway, won't go into that. But I'm a theatre critic. and a published writer 14 times, which I think is pretty cool, right? It's a big achievement. It wasn't something I ever set out to do or be, but it turns out I am, and I'm alright at it. And I've seen some amazing shows and met some gorgeous people. It's been pretty cool. So the two that I'm holding up right now, this night was unbelievable. The music from this show. So it's the music James Bond Concert Spectacular. Like insane. And some of like the Bond women actually showed up. This woman who's now like 80 something, like she was actually there, which is insane. It was really cool. And usually I get a +1 and sometimes we get drinks. It's ridiculous. It does take me a while to write the reviews, as I'm not like a trained, you know, writing isn't something, apart from music. I actually didn't train in writing music either. So yeah, I am not a trained writer, but I do know theatre. I have grown up in theatre since I was like 5 years old, and I went to dance theatre college, and then I've been in the industry, you know, professionally since I was like 17. So I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I fit the bill. Anyway, so this one that I'm looking at now is the Overtones, and they were ridiculous, and they were like a little Christmas miracle moment for me and my mum. So yeah, like I said, I usually get a +1, so I've either taken my mum or I've taken Luke, which is my partner. And yeah, it made for such amazing moments throughout the year. Not only have I met some people, yes, I've like learned a new skill, or like improved a new skill that I never even really knew I had. And like I've also seen all these different spaces, all these different venues, and I've been to see shows that I never ever would have like, I probably would never have seen. Like some of them, there was one called, oh gosh, what is it called? It was so ridiculously good. The drag shows, basically, the drag scene, like I would never have seen them, not because I wouldn't have wanted to see them, but purely because they've got such a small budget and the marketing might have never reached me and like my Instagram page, and so I would never have known it existed. So by taking on this job, I've seen these shows that are just incredible, and particularly the drag scene is what stood out to me last year. It was just freaking sick. God, what was it called? There was two, because I feel like I'm Baby Grand, but I feel like, I don't know. If I can, I'll put, you know what, those two amazing ones, and I'll put them on the screen, and be sure to check them out because they're ridiculous. I'm gonna say next. Okay, yeah, so another thing that I started last year was videography. So anyone that's following me, if you are following my journey right now on Instagram and stuff, I have got another page now called Alice Behind the Camera, and there's like an underscore between each word. I'll leave that in the description below, yeah. But yeah, oh my gosh, I have been like working at this music thing for some time now, and I was just lonely as it gets. I'm talking as lonely as it gets. And I am a super chatty, like bubbly, like energetic person. I love people, I love to be around people, and I mean, it's literally in the title, solo artist. Like, you are solo so much of the time. So I was like, you know what, I'm absolutely done with this. And I'd been like toying around with this idea for a while, and then one night I was like, screw it, I'm doing it. So I asked Luke, my partner, he always like shoots my stuff, and we shoot on this little gimbal that we have. And so I was like, right, teach me how to use this gimbal. So like I had it down about 5 minutes. I was like, cool. I know I've got a good eye because I've been doing, like, I've been in this industry, like I say, I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. So I was like, I've got this. And it meant that, sorry, rewind. So basically I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pitch this to other artists like myself, and I'm just gonna start out like a first month, literally pay for my travel. It was like £7. If you could pay for £7, travel's gone up now, so my price has gone up, and also I've gone up. Anyway, right, so, oh my god, this is like my scatterbrain. So, pause. So I thought, okay, cool, I'm gonna work with artists. And so that same night, yeah, like I said, it took me 5 minutes to like learn how to use this gimbal. I constructed a little bit of a message, a little bit of a pitch, and reached out to Under the Radar. Under the Radar, by the way, is an amazing, incredible, like an incredibly supportive solo artist, female solo artist community. I'm going to leave their deets below as well for anyone that's watching this who is an artist, and perhaps you've just moved to London. I've just met somebody who had just moved to London, and you know, you need to know where there's help, where there's the support, because it's, yeah, I mean, it's a true game changer. Anyway, so the next morning I was like, right, okay, I've got my pitch, I know what I'm doing with the gimbal. Fired it out to a bunch of female solo artists in London, and was like, okay, anybody want my services? And I'm just going to build up my portfolio. And so quite a few people were like, you know, snap my arm off, and I got some amazing footage, had a great time with them. You know, I'm learning the ropes, they know how it is, and then yeah, it was a win-win for both sides. And again, I've met so many people through this, and I kind of want to make another vlog on that whole thing, and maybe even on like some of the shows that I reviewed and stuff. Okay, we're back. So camera died, slight issue, but we're good, we're back. So what was I saying? I think it was at the end of, yeah, I think I was just saying that I'd love to make another vlog separate, you know, where I literally talk about the shows. I talk about, or maybe like just like one video where I'm just like chatting about my favorite shows, and another video where I'm walking you through like all different artists on like on shoot and stuff. But basically all I wanted to say was I did a lot. I did a lot last year, and I also released a song called Woman to Woman, which is like a big female empowerment, cheesy pop, so much sass. It's basically like a message. It's not so much like we're on this together. It's more like I'll just put it bluntly, it's like don't be a bitch. Like just don't be a bitch. Literally, that's the message. You don't need to be best friends with everybody, you don't need to like everybody, but like just be kind. Like literally, come on, be kind, be feels for you. I am also the cheesiest person on planet Earth, but yeah, just ladies, don't be an ass. And one of the lines in there is literally like, ain't we got enough of men trying to kill our vibe, because you know, certain men trying to kill our vibe. So you know, we got enough from one side, we don't need it from both. So yeah, like one final thing that needs this bad boy that I also did last year was create my own little community. And I say little because it is currently little, but it's beautiful. There's about 30 of us in my little WhatsApp group right now. The event that I started with these women is called Champion Tuesday, and the company that I've decided to call it, this is all like non-profit, just literally like community based. This is like all creative, all female creatives supporting one another, and particularly in London, because it's about physically like actually getting together. We're coming together once a month, and yeah, I managed to like, I started in August last year, 2024, and then basically from then we had like I think last year we had 4 events. So August, we didn't do September, we had October, November, and December I had in my flat. And you know, like literally anything that could go wrong did go wrong, but it ended up being like the most magical night. It was ridiculous. Again, I told you I'm like pure cheese on planet Earth, but we had one of the women who is just the most remarkable like pianist. We had Jolene on keys. And when I say keys, I don't have a grand piano over there. I have an old school Yamaha that like lived in my cellar for a long time. It was like my dance teacher's old keyboard, and I guess it ended up being gifted to me. I've had it since I was so little. So anyway, it is what it is, and it, you know, it does a job like for me like making my music, but it's not to be like played. Do you know what I mean? It's not a grand piano. Anyway, so she just played it, and it was like a dream, and we all sang like Christmas carols, and oh my gosh, it was so magical. And I just couldn't have written it. Like I had artist after artist performing at this event, and it was always going to be cozy vibes in my flat, this one, but I had so many things planned, and literally like one at a time, like everyone just had to cancel for solid reasons. It was all fine, but it was just like, oh my gosh, I've gone from having like a full event night to like, okay, what we're gonna do. But that's where I'm pretty good. I'm quite good thinking on the spot. Okay, that didn't work out, here's what we're gonna do. That didn't work out, here's what we're gonna do. Anyway, but it just kind of kept coming. I'd fix the problem, and then like another problem would come, and anyway, like I said, it just turned out to be the most magical night. So yeah, I guess the bar is just, I don't know, never fear, it will always work out, we'll always come together. Okay, so that's the third thing that I did last year So yeah, we've got videography, we've got theatre critic, and I create an event called Champion Tuesday. The point of the night is for us all to come together, female creatives in London, and to literally share our wins and cheer each other on and have a freaking party. And like I said, we're doing this every month. And so basically we share a little win. So let's say one of my wins was, I'm just gonna go for the one that's just popped into my head, old school win. And this is why we do it, because right now I feel major cringe like saying this like to you. But I was one of the top 10 dancers on BBC One's BBC One UK TV show called So You Think You Can Dance. I mean, it was literally like 100 years ago. But you know what? It's something to be proud of. And I need to I basically just need to practice and rehearse and like they say, like tense that muscle of talking like good about myself and like talking good about ourselves as people, as women, just as humans, right? And we don't do it enough. Like, we're so good at the negative talk, but we're not so great, for most of us anyway, are not so great at like the positive talk and being like freaking awesome to ourselves. And so that's what this night is about. Yeah, I basically told everybody, look, it's as cheesy as it gets, and we're even gonna ring a bell for our wins, and that is literally what we do. And it's amazing. And like the feedback that I had from us, like particularly the first one, it was on a rooftop, it was ridiculous, rooftop in London, and oh my gosh, people were like, this is the best night I've had all year, and blah blah blah. We were in August by that point, so I think that's a compliment. And yeah, it's a lot of work, and each time I do it I do think, should I still be doing this, because holy smokes, this is a lot of work for, I'm not getting paid. It's literally like people are paying for tickets, but it goes to everything that we do on that night. So I'm putting a lot of time, a lot of effort in, and a lot of money. So like, I'm not broke even yet. It's a lot, but it's worth it. It is so worth it, because every single time I do it, the feedback that I receive and how much these women need it is like, it's just tenfold. So it's so worth it, and it's just such a positive thing that came out of 2024. Like all three of these things are such positive things that came out of 2024. So moral of the story is, no matter how tough you are having it, and I'm talking tough, real freaking tough, you can still make magic happen. I promise you. Okay, so let's dive in to my actual announcement. I've decided to create something called the Ed Sheeran effect. What the heck is that, you might be asking? So, first of all, this is not on. We're just gonna pop that down there. Throwback to 2017, I read this book, Ed Sheeran, Divide and Conquer. Okay? Amazing book, super inspirational. Now, on page 87, which I thought was pretty cool because that's the year I was born. On page 1987, guys. On page 87, Ed Sheeran says, I did 312 gigs, in brackets, in 2009. So, my plan is to basically do one more gig than Ed Sheeran did in a year. He did 312 gigs in 2009. So I'm gonna do 313 gigs. I gotta hold on to this page because I gotta tell you something else. But yeah, I'm gonna do 313 gigs in a year, right? So we're starting on Sunday. That's right, guys. This is why I've been so scared to make this announcement, because it's obviously ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's like, why am I doing this? And like, yeah, I keep going back and forth, like, but it's a genius idea, right? I feel like it's genius, right? I've been going for this dream for a while. Like, life has been lifing, and that's life. And that's, yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. But life has been lifing, and so we're not quite there yet, but I feel like this is potentially, I don't know if it's the breakthrough year. Kind of feel like next year or 2027, it's more of a breakthrough year. I was born on the 6th, number 7's my mum's lucky number. I feel like those numbers are more, but I feel like this year is where we freaking go in, right? This is the year where we go in, and nothing is going in more than doing 313 gigs in 1 year. So, on this freaking crazy note, first of all, you might be thinking why, but obviously, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, right? He did 312 gigs in 1 year, and that catapulted his career. That was part of why he is the huge sensation. The other thing that it says here is, I did 312 gigs in 2009. That nearly killed me though. Okay. So obviously, yeah. I mean, I've crunched the numbers, guys. Right? I've crunched the numbers. I've been preparing for this situation for, you know, a good few weeks now, and I've crunched the numbers. And basically, break that down. I mean, it's not hard. Do the math. It's 26 gigs a month. How the heck? I don't know how he did this, but anyway, it's 26 gigs a month, and on one of the months it's 27 gigs, right? So my initial idea was like, okay, my first idea was literally like, okay, cool, if I could do it like Monday to, oh my god, I don't know the math off the top of my head, but it was something like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and make sure you do an afternoon gig and an evening gig, or make sure you're hitting up like 2 open mics in one night. So my plan is basically to hit up open mics. This is my first month of Feb, is to hit up open mics and to be busking, right? These are my, what we're calling gigs, right? As time goes on, they'll become like actual longer sets and like bigger performance gigs. Obviously, hopefully that is the dream. That's where we're trying to go. This is so insane. Even just saying it, I'm like, it's just ridiculous. But I'm doing it. We're doing it. I've made a freaking poster. I've made a poster. That means it's happening. Here's the poster. Yeah, she's nice. She's nice, isn't she? Take a look. So yeah, basically, we had a photo shoot. I bought 3 photos that I'm paying off monthly. I am here, and I am going to go parade my booty around London in this bad boy, in this blue tutu. You might have seen on the poster there, hashtag the girl in the blue tutu. So if you see me performing anywhere in London, if you record anything, just put hashtag the girl in the blue tutu and hashtag the Ed Sheeran effect. Get that one in there, and let's see how far this goes, right? You know what I see from, like, even if this does not catapult my career in any shape or form, I do feel like it's going to do something. I do feel like it's going to do something good, right? I do feel like it's going to push the needle. How can it not? I'm going to be out there night after night. This is all just coming out like so scatty, but hopefully you're following. Anyway, so the things that I am going to gain, like the things that I am going to gain from it, like no matter what, I feel like I just have my ears sticking out of my hair. I don't know what it's doing right now, but anyway, the things that I feel like I'm going to gain from this, no matter what, is like literally like I'm going to meet so many people. I'm going to see so many more venues. I'm going to like actually be in the underground scene of London, where the people that are trying to make it happen, like for real, like the legit ones that are going in trying to make this mental dream happen too, they're going to be there, and they're the people that I want to connect with. And yeah, my vocal ability, you know, I'm sure there'll be times where I freaking lose my voice and I don't know what I'm going to do at that point, but like my vocals will improve. Like that is just such a freaking huge win. Anyway, so I was telling somebody recently, her name is Andrea, and I was telling her recently that this is my idea, and it was just hilarious what she said. I told a couple of people and everyone's just like, oh my gosh, you know, people are so for it. They're like, holy smokes, that's insane, that's amazing, yes, it's genius, if you can do it, amazing. You know what, even if you don't do it, it's fucking sick. It's sick branding, do you know what I mean? We'll see. Anyway, but Andrea basically was like, girl, like that's like all the days. It was like, obviously, yeah, pretty much almost all the days in a month, yeah. But like I said, I wanted to break it down so it was like 2 on each day, only with the way that like London works and like open mic nights work and stuff, particularly for this first month, because I'm just doing open mic nights and busking, that I can actually, you know what, I can do the busking thing in the day and then go to the gig at night. I've mapped out some days I am doing that basically, but anyway, just with like the nights that the open mic nights worked, and me feeling like I'm going to be alive, and I'm trying to fit in events, and I'm trying to fit in date night with my partner, and you know, just actual general living, everything that goes into living as well at the same time. This is what's worked. So here's my dates. I'll share them in the description below. If you around about London, come say hi, give me a hug, give me all the support that you can. I know along with this it's gonna come like immediate hate, or like as we start building and we start growing and, you know, more people jump on board and think this is a freaking sick idea, more hate will come. I know that's just the way with the whole thing, which does scare me, which has put me off, which I think has held me back for a while, to be honest. But screw it, you know, life's too short, all that jazz. And so we're going through it. Haters, non-haters, obviously they're gonna come. But just, yeah, we gotta still keep going for our dreams, right? You know, and stay grounded and stick with the right people, stay close to my friends and family. You know what I'm actually the most terrified of is it works. And I know that sounds crazy, because why am I doing it? Of course I want it to work, but it's like, I'm doing it because I love what I do and I want to see some success, and I'd like to have some more money in my bank account, and I just want to do the job that I'm born to do. Like, that's literally it. It's just like, my best friend's a nurse, like, she gets to do the job that she was born to do. Like, my partner's a teacher, he gets to do the job that he was born to do. I just want to perform. Like, just let me sing my songs and perform. And by doing this and making it happen myself, I know it's a small scale with these open mic nights, but it's, I don't care. Like, it's huge. I'm gonna be out there singing my own songs. I'm ready for it. I was nervous that I wasn't until I had a rehearsal yesterday. I think that's why I was even more scared, because I was like, shh, I've not sang in a while. But I had a rehearsal yesterday, that went well. I was like, you know what, I've got this, we're going for it. You know, and it's only a couple of songs a night. The exhausting thing is that at these open mic nights, which I totally understand, they encourage you to sit and hang around and like watch all the other artists, because of course, if you're the last one of the night and you've got no audience left, it's a little bit of a sad story. So I totally get it. It's just that because I'm doing this, like, 26 gigs a month basically, I'm gonna try and give myself a curfew. So as long as I'm not the last one on, I'm gonna try and leave at like 9:45 at the absolute latest. Also, I'm a woman, and I'm also terrified every night of getting home. Yes, I'm 37, but it doesn't change. You're a woman, and no matter what age you are, it's freaking terrifying to get home, especially when you live in a big city. You know, so I will get my little alarm, and sometimes Luke will be with me, so, you know, I feel safe. But yeah, I'm thinking curfew 9:45, because I gotta be up the next day to potentially go busking or whatnot. So yeah, anyway, what I'm also going to do is track this whole thing on social media. So just another insane thing, but I want to share like gig after gig. So some of them I might put like just one Instagram reel or something, one YouTube short where it's literally just like, okay, here's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, blah blah blah, and tell a funny story about it. I don't know, like whatever happened, whatever goes down is what I'll be sharing. I won't be shying away from anything. It's literally like, yeah, whatever happens, happens, and I'll showcase it all, guys. So I just feel, now that I've said it out loud and now that I'm going to share this video, I just feel like, oh my god. Also, by the way, this channel is, look at my hair, it's my hair's a state. This channel is not going to be everything's perfect, and like I don't like those channels where everything is so insanely perfect. It's just like, it's beautiful, it's just not it's not my vibe. But I do like vlogs where they're like really aesthetically pleasing, and like they've really thought about the shot, and like the camera quality is great and all that, and I've tried to do that, and I just feel like it looks naff, but whatever. And my hair's a state, haven't done my nails, so it is what it is. I think I do hold myself back because I think, oh, this is not perfect, I don't look right, I'm not looking at the camera enough, like looking down the camera enough, like, you know, making eye contact with you guys. So like all these things, and they stop me from sharing, and I'm just gonna be like, you know what, I don't care, I ramble a lot, these are the videos that are coming out, and hopefully they'll improve. I'll improve, I'll get better, I'll get better at looking and talking to you guys down the camera, and that's, you know, another thing that's gonna come out of it, more skills, right? But I don't know, my hair and my makeup will improve when I can afford a hairstylist and a makeup stylist, okay? So that will get better as the money comes in, and maybe I'm potentially getting like YouTube brand deals. That's the dream. So yeah, if you've made it to this far in the video, please like and subscribe and all that jazz. And I'm gonna actually leave you with some other content to end this video. I'm gonna leave you with one of my, well, she's one of my best friends, Gemma, who you'll have seen in different parts of this video. But basically, we shot last Monday, in a freaking mansion, guys. In a mansion. It's just, I'm literally like, parts of my life, I'm like, what the heck is my life? And then, you know, we're eating beans on toast for tea. But anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. Life is what you make it. Keep making magic happen. That's what we're doing here. Do I have anything else to say? I do have other things. You know what? I've got 2 things left to say. What I'm going to do is, Luke, once upon a time, I guess 2016, bought me this little book, and it's, you know, supposed to be filled with photos. He got it for me so that we could like track every gig that I ever do. We put one in, and we didn't do any more. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to use this. I'm going to take a photo of each gig that we do. So we've got the first one, which was Lancaster, which is where I'm from, and it's like the Lancaster Brewery, and it was actually the 23rd of January 2016. And that was a freaking sick gig. Anyway, so but what I'm going to do is like take a photo of each gig or each busking set, and yeah, I'm counting them as gigs, man. I'm counting everything as gigs. If you want me to come to your house, as long as you're not a creep, I will come potentially come to your house if you feel safe and do a performance. I do actually want to start like performing at house parties. I've done that before for more people in like their 60s and 70s, and yeah, cover gigs and stuff. So literally any kind of gig of any form is going in my numbers. I am counting every single one of them. Yeah, and hopefully we'll be successful as Ed Sheeran, because you know what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the final thing that I wanted to say was I'm going to buy a white tee, and basically if the open mics allow it or any sort of gigs allow it, I'm going to take my Zettel, which is a little card reader, and I'm going to ask the audience, you know, if you enjoyed the performance, if you enjoyed my if you enjoyed my wacky personality, then please come on down, give it a little tap. If you do tap or you buy me a drink, then I'd love you to sign my t-shirt. So then by the end of the year, I'll just have this t-shirt of everybody's signature on that has helped me and supported me on this journey. The Ed Sheeran effect. Thank you so much. Oh my god, that was so hard. I hope that freaking makes sense.
Show me some love, you gotta learn how to let go. You gotta dig right down into your soul. You gotta do what makes you feel good. So come on and show me some love. You don't even know who's in your bar. Well, let me tell you, I'm a star. No secret anymore. I'm blowing up from door to door. I work so hard to get right here, counting not to live free. You gotta learn how to let go. You gotta dig right down into your soul. You gotta do what makes you feel good. So come on and show me some love. You gotta learn how to let go. You gotta dig right down into your soul. You gotta do what makes you feel good. So come on and show me some love.